Next Tuesday, there is a debate competition. So who would like to participate? There's a debate competition happening. Who would like to participate? Every single time the teacher used to ask this question, I would just hide my face under the table so that she doesn't see me. I used to refuse every such competition, and I would just stay away from all those occasions where I have to stand up on the stage and face the audience just like this. On the other hand, my best friend Shweta, she was very confident. She was always found speaking on the stage, facing the audience, and I just wanted to be like her. Then one day, there was a debate competition and everybody had to participate. Like, we were not given a choice at all. And that was the first time I stepped on the stage. I was trembling with fear. I was sweating. I was feeling horrible. Oh my God. And then guess what? Everybody was looking at me, just like you all are right now. I said, I'm sorry, and I stepped back. Fast forward to this day, when I speak every day for the 2 million people who follow me on social media. I've built a company on health and fitness from the scratch, which is now a 200 million profitable venture. So today I'm going to tell you 3 things, 3 lessons which transformed my whole life. How I converted my biggest weakness, which was my own health, my underconfidence, to my biggest strength. Hello everyone, my name is Gunjan. And I come from a very humble Punjabi family. I can see some of you are smiling when I say humble and Punjabi. Come on guys, we exist. Okay, let me put it this way. I come from a middle class, service class family. That's fine, right? And for service class people, a lot of things, like most of our life events are pre-planned. बड़े होंगे, engineering करेंगे, नौकरी ढूंढेंगे, PF अकाउंट खुलवाएंगे, शादी कर लेंगे, बच्चे हो जाएंगे, बच्चों के PF अकाउंट खुलवाएंगे. And that's all. The only thing which was not pre-planned was, आज खाने में क्या बनेगा? A very common question. And food is a form of love for my mom. And she loves me a lot. The amount of desi ghee and makhan she would put over my parathas was directly proportional to her love. And of course, she loved me a lot, so now imagine. But you know what? While growing up, I never really paid attention towards my health. I never really cared about it. I started putting on weight. My classmates, they used to call me Moti, Moti. They would tease me with different names. And it did hurt me, of course. When I used to go shopping, my favorite dress, it wouldn't fit me. Even the shopkeeper used to say, Madam, aapke size ka hamare paas nahi hai. And it did hurt me. I used to feel bad. Not that I didn't do anything about it. I did try a lot of things, like, a lot of fat diets, this diet, that diet. I started skipping my meals. Oh my God. I started doing cardio endlessly. I would lock myself in a room and I would just start dancing, sweating, thinking that this is going to help. But no, nothing really helped. These all were the shortcuts which didn't really help me. But in my school, there used to be a yearly health checkups. So, all the students would ask to stand in a queue, and then they would move inside the medical room and check their weight. I would just wait for the queue, for everybody to form the queue so that I can go in and stand in the last so that nobody could see me weighing, nobody could see my weight. Because they will again start teasing me, will start laughing at me. Then there was a sports day at school, and we all were supposed to complete a run. There was a huge playground in the center of the school, and we all were supposed to run. So I, along with all my classmates, were running, and I remember I was wearing my father's tracksuit, because not a regular tracksuit would fit me, so a brown color, very loose track pants, and a lousy track shirt I was wearing, and we were running. So all my fellow classmates, they just completed their run while I was still struggling to complete it. The entire school was standing right in front of me and they were laughing at me. People used to be very insensitive at that time because maybe they didn't understand body shamming and all those things back then. Such incidents and such things kept on happening, and it broke me. It shattered all my confidence. It broke that the confidence a child should have. It broke me badly. And then I decided that this is how my life is gonna be. This is how I am gonna be. Maybe this is my genetics. This is how I am. So, okay, let it be. We'll grow up like this. We'll grow up, get a job, PF account khulwayenge, and that's all. And I cracked interview in one of the top IT companies of the world. I started working there, and then I formed a new friends circle. And now in every circle, I'm sure you all can relate to this, in every group of friends, there is one person who is a fitness freak. Dole shole, you know, would never miss going to gym, never miss his protein shake, always counting his calories, macros, protein, this and that. So in this group, there was one friend whose name was Zubair. So Zubair, one of my very good friends, fitness freak, with a great physique. Everybody in that office used to admire him for his six-pack abs, now imagine. So one day in a very random conversation, Zubair picked up this topic and he asked me, Gunjan, why don't you do something about your health? I said, Zubair, I don't want to talk about it. But he insisted. He said, why you don't want to talk about it? What is wrong? I said, Zubair, see, I have done a lot of things. I have tried a lot of diets. See, it's my genetics, okay? I have done a lot. I told him the entire story, so I said, stop it, okay, please. After that, what Zubair showed me opened my eyes. You know what? That fitness freak guy with a great, amazing physique, he showed me his pictures from when he was just like me, a very, very overweight, unfit, unhealthy person. He told me that, Gunjan, it was very difficult for me too, but only until I decided to change myself. And Gunjan, you know what? We humans, we easily start making excuses when there is something difficult or challenging in front of us. We are very smart in making excuses. You know, this is my kismat, my luck, my fate, my destiny, my genes, my parents, my bringing up, my financial conditions and whatnot. And that made me realize that yes, I have been making all these excuses all my life. That's true. He said, Gunjan, if you want to change yourself, you have to do it yourself. Nobody else is gonna come and do it for you. He said, Gunjan, you know your weakness is your current barrier. It's a barrier. It's not your destiny. It does not define you. It's not who you are. It's your current barrier. You have to get over it, and then only you can realize your true potential. You know, for the very first time in my entire life, somebody was talking to me while showing concern for my health, showing me the direction to transform myself and not making me feel bad for who I am. It made complete sense to me. And I decided that I will give myself one last chance and I will do whatever it takes. I started researching about it because by profession, I'm an engineer. So I didn't know much about health and fitness and nutrition and blah, blah, blah. So I started researching about it. And more I researched, you know what I found? I found that it's all science. It's all calculation of some simple calories. It's simple funda, it's simple science. And then I made a pact with myself. I decided that for the next 3 months, I'm going to commit myself to this transformation journey, and I'm only and only going to eat clean and healthy food. I'm going to exercise every single day, no matter what. Be it for 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour, but I am going to exercise every single day, and I'm going to quit completely eating sugar, fried, junk, processed food, and all those stuff. For the next 3 months, I made a pact and a commitment with myself, and then guess what? 3 months down the line, I was 20 kg less than my initial weight. I did it. I transformed myself. Of course, my old clothes wouldn't fit me anymore, so I went shopping again. I went to the store. Earlier, I used to wear XL size, and now, the same salesperson, he told me, ma'am, aap small try karo na. And I was like shocked. I said, nahi aayega. I said, try karo, aayega. I said, okay, let's try this. I went inside the trial room. I was highly doubtful. I was praying, kash aa jaye. I wore it. It fit me perfectly. I stood there in that trial room in front of the mirror all by myself. I cried. I cried so much. It was not because I lost some 20 kilo, or it was not because I was wearing a small sized dress or something. It was because I decided something for myself and I did it. I decided something, I made a pact, I achieved it in just 3 months. Something I could not do for my whole life. I did it in just 3 months, oh my God. Yeah, so this was me before, and this was just after a span of 3 months. So this transformation, it did not get unnoticed, of course. जब एक बार आप वजन घटा लेते हो ना, तो आपके आसपास के लोग बहुत आते हैं, आपसे पूछते हैं क्या किया, क्या खाया, कौन सी डाइट ली, कौन सा जिम जाते हो, कौन सा खाना खाते हो, कोई शेक ले रहे हो, कोई सप्लीमेंट है, क्या खाया. So of course people used to ask me this question, and I loved helping them. I loved answering their questions. I loved telling them that, hey, you know what? Your weakness is your current barrier. It's not your destiny. It does not define you. It's not who you are. It's just your current barrier. So get over it. And this is how you could do it. I loved motivating people. I loved telling them what's the right way. I really, what I realized while telling other people, while helping them, I realized that, still there are so many Gunjans out there who still need guidance, who don't know the right way, who are not sure, who are underconfident, who are just like me, me who I was 3 months back. So it was only possible through making videos. And that's when I decided that I will now make videos about health and fitness. I was doing my job, so after coming back from my work, I would pick one topic and share my personal experience over that topic and upload that video. Daily, I started doing this. My videos were very simple, straightforward, easy to understand, relatable, my own personal experiences, no rocket science. And people started loving those videos. People started enjoying those videos. They were able to relate. A lot of women were able to relate with me. They would send me so many comments, appreciate my work. I was loving it too. But then it was not easy, of course. I was doing my job, and then I was also making videos. And I was doing this all by myself. Like, I am my own script writer, and then I'm setting up the camera, I'm shooting my videos, I'm editing them, I'm uploading them, optimization, analytics, and whatnot. And I'm also doing my job, so it was getting difficult. But then there were so many comments which kept me going, which kept me moving. But after a point, I had to make this choice between my profession and my newly found passion. Profession, which gives me my salary, making my ends meet, but my newly found profession, which is giving me joy, eternal happiness. My profession for which I've worked so hard, my parents have invested in me, middle class. It's not an easy thing to, even think of, switching. And then there was a passion and people's love. There was my comfort zone, and then there was getting out of the comfort zone. It was very, very difficult, but then I remembered my nani once told me, so she said this in Punjabi. Can I please tell in Punjabi first? Vibe tabhi aayegi na. So she said, Rasta kade bhi kare baithe nahi dikhda. Which means, Rasta kabhi bhi ghar baith ke nahi dikhta. Which means if you have to find the way, you have to get out. Get out of what? Your comfort zone. I remembered that, and I stepped out of my comfort zone. I resigned. After resigning from my job, I got a lot of time to make a lot of videos, to follow my passion. I would make a lot of videos. I did everything. I made video on each and every topic which people needed to listen, which people needed from me. They were expecting from me. I would read each and every comment very, very seriously. And I would share my personal experiences, from those 3 months. I would tell, how can you fight with your cravings? How can you stay motivated to achieve your goals? So I would make, mini nugget videos on this, and then people used to love them a lot. So not only that, while I was doing all this, I was, of course, gaining a lot of popularity. Very soon, within a span of a couple of months, I reached 1 lakh subscribers, and I also formed a small team. I got invitation from various celebrities, Deepika Padukone, Shilpa Shetty, and all those people to shoot videos with them. So frequent visits to Mumbai studios, shooting videos, and a lot of stuff. Different news channels started coming to my house to interview me. How are you? How can someone, so fresh, so new into the industry, gaining so much popularity? My pictures were there on, famous magazine covers. All this could only happen because of that one line, that you can only find a way when you step out of your comfort zone. So that's the second lesson which I want you to take along with you all guys today. That was my team initially, and that was my first silver button. I was very happy, the life was very sorted. I was earning enough money to feed myself, to feed my team. The life was going very smooth. I'm making videos, I'm doing what I love, but then God had different plans. So one day I received an email. This girl tells me that she's my viewer, a follower, and she loves to watch my videos. But then she said that, Gunjan, I am extremely overweight and I have diabetes. So I want your personal guidance. I want you to help me personally and improve my health. You know what? She was also ready to pay me for that. I said, okay, all right, let's do it. And within 3 months, we transformed her. Her diabetes was reversed with the healthy diet. Imagine. Moving on to the third lesson. Think insanely, madly big, huge, the biggest you can think. Insanely, madly big. अगर communication है, तो ऐसे imagine करो कि एक बड़े से stage पे खड़े और आके लाखों की audience है. बड़े-बड़े लोग celebrities बैठे हैं. मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि celebrities मुझे invite करेंगे, but हुआ. So it can happen with you too. It's possible. So imagine yourself. If the weakness is making your first video, imagine yourself recording your first video and publishing it and gaining a lot of lakhs and millions of views. Imagine holding the golden button. Imagine. And now feel the difference. You can smile if you can feel your biggest weakness turning into your strength. You can open your eyes, you all can smile, you all can march towards the progress, towards your goal. Thank you so much. That's all for today.